Hi, I'm Vera,
I'm Christina.
and we're happy to be here.
Yeah, very happy. Because you guys, this is really interesting. Being that we just had the big conventions for the Republicans and the Democrats and everything, I have to tell you, the whole time I was watching them with a new eye because someone who is a psychic medium sitting on the couch with me at the moment was giving some insight into one of the, well, he was one of the candidates, but not any longer, and that is
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Because you got some information.
Yes, I mean, I saw Bernie in the Roman times.
So it's a past life reading on him.
Past life, yes. And he was in the Senate. I could see him with this little thing on his head and
those little like reef things.
Yeah, and the robe thing that they wore with the, I don't know what, but he looked very official, and he was, one of the ones that talked a lot. So I don't know if he was I don't know if they had the guy or if it was a whole
group of them.
Well, I know there's a group of them, but I don't know if there's like a head guy that's in charge of the whole group of them or not. Mm-hmm. But I know when I saw it, he was doing a speech or something. He was talking about something he was passionate about. And in that past life, he was very, very egotistical. He was into power. Bernie people, don't give me any calls or letters because that was a past life.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we've all had something that we may not be proud of or whatever,
or that we're working through.
Exactly. So this is one of the things he had to work through. But everything was about him. It was like, he was very wealthy, but I think that was like the mindset in that time frame. I mean, that's how things were. People had power, people had riches, and then there was just poor people.
Right.
But in this lifetime, and even lifetimes after that one, he's been trying to, I don't want to say make up for, because that's not what it is. It's trying to, like you say, work through.
Right.
Being more about other people, caring about other people. This lifetime, one of his themes was cause fighter.
Really?
Yeah.
See, you hadn't told me that part yet.
Yeah, and he was.
That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. One of them is cause fighter. The other one is, God, what is it? What's the one that you have to be careful of your? What is it? Not activator. I'll think of it. Anyway,
Rescuer?
There's another one. Anyway, there's another one that he has, of course, but the cause fighter is, what he's doing now, right? He has all these different things that he's fighting.
And it's not activator, because you already said
No, it's not activator.
No. Okay.
So, but he's trying to work through that to where his ego doesn't get that inflated anymore, like it doesn't overpower him, because that was one of the ones in this lifetime that he was really having to not struggle through, but to really make sure that he didn't go over that way.
Like that it was about him and not about his movement
cause.
Or his cause he was trying to create.
Yeah, it wasn't, like other people we know. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah. So that was one of the things he had to really be careful of. And so that was just it. That was one of the things that he had to make sure that he didn't get into that ego power thing again.
Really interesting, I thought, was you had a really good point. And it was that that in this life, he was tempted by that. Like he got a taste of power.
Yeah.
You said. Mm-hmm. And it kind of like was a temptation for him.
Right.
Because when you had first brought it up, you had said that in that other lifetime, he wasn't like the best for the people. Like
no, it was all for him. He was purporting to be for the people or whatever, but it was really about his businesses and what he could gain from what it was that they were trying to do.
Right.
Not that he was the only one. I mean, they all were doing that.
Yeah, and it's not like this person's bad and this person's
no,
good. It's
he's
not like
not a
it's like
bad
a
person,
balancing
yeah.
of experiences, because
Yeah.
obviously, like you just said, in this life, I mean, it just seems so like that is his cause. He does
Yeah.
want to help.
In fact, he has like a special guide just for that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Do you see it
His
continuing?
name's Homer.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
That's kind of fitting.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know.
know.
It just seems like
Yeah.
I could see that.
But that's all he's there to do, is to keep reminding him, you know,
I
to
see.
keep him in check.
And where do you see?
Because this was really something that I could see whenever he was on the other side writing the chart for this one, because this one he could have gone that way because of the power with the presidency and all that kind of thing, you know.
Right.
But
Wow.
yeah, he was really like making sure that he, you know, he didn't repeat that pattern that
Do
he
you
had.
think in a way that he wrote it in his chart to have lost this election to be able to learn certain things?
Oh yeah.
What do you think his main lesson was?
To be able to, you know, to graciously, how do you say it?
Support or
Well, not just support, but graciously and really mean it. You know, that he would work with whoever,
I see
that kind of thing. And that's still something that he's working on.
through.
Yeah.
You could kind of see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it, to
Yeah.
have that knowledge and that information. It's like you can just see that whole situation play out.
Yeah, just like with Hillary's past life and the way how she was in that Western life, and then Trump with the
Yeah.
Mexican life. You
Right.
know? Yeah.
That's so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is.
It's like not
Yeah.
a judgment on this person's bad or this
Yeah.
person's good. It's just we are all in a situation. They just happen to be in the limelight.
Yeah.
On a big
And you know, I
stage.
know some people have been asking me for more detail on the past lives.
Right.
You know, but basically, usually what I get is the crust of it, the gist of it, I should say, of the lesson that they have and what they're supposed to learn or how they have learned or whatever. That's more important to me than the details. But you know, I know that details are interesting,
Yeah.
but just to get to the point of, okay, this is her Western life, this is what she had to learn, this is what she's still carrying, or whatever.
Right.
You know, and then get to it and then work on it.
That's the
Or
important
work
part.
through it, like you say.
Because that's what is relevant
Yeah.
to what we're
Yeah.
experiencing
But
now.
some people need more detail, and that's fine. Because when I would do past lives for clients, if they needed more detail, of course,
Exactly.
you know, you let them have all the detail they want. But as long as they got the message.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for sharing that information with us. It's just
Yeah.
really neat to
Yeah.
see people's life lessons and how,
Yeah.
you know, we can all learn from each other.
Yeah, because he's really a good man.
It seems
you know?
like it.
Yeah. So I think, from what we can see anyway, I don't know what he's like personally, but he seems to really want to help.
And have gotten that.
Yeah.
That's neat.
To make a difference, you know, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. In a positive way, because you could make a difference.
I think
and
his
not
popularity, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was
No.
just going to tell you, I think his popularity of what he stands for and his cause has made people in the leadership roles take notice and go, okay, he's popular because of this, so maybe this is something we should look at and maybe
Yeah.
try to do. So he has made it better.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
he's really
good.
passionate about people not doing that
Right.
in
And
whatever
that's
he's
true.
working for or with, or whatever he's doing in the Senate or whatever, or Congress, whatever. I'm not good at that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, he really wants to make sure people stay in check and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing for the people.
Amen, sister.
Amen, brother.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
We will see you next Saturday. Have
Yeah.
a great week.